I think if you were to speak honestly to any single Premier League coach, manager, head coach, sporting director, he would feature really highly on anyone's list. He's been absolutely outstanding. He's the perfect number 6. He's so clever with his use of the ball. I think when you look at Newcastle's ability to attract him, I think it shows a lot about the club, his desire to go and play in the North East, the type of project that they were creating, and the fact that they could prize someone away from Italy who is seen as a huge part of the future of Italian football through central midfield. And you just look at his repertoire of passing, the type of player he is, the creativity he brings, the calmness on the ball. Everything about what Sandro is the perfect midfielder, the perfect 6. And you can see why there are a number of clubs, Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, all interested in him. Now, Newcastle fans are not going to like this, but they've had experience, unfortunately, of losing some of their best players and having them being spoken about in transfer windows because he is, without question, outstanding. We know that Man City have to do a little bit of jiggery-pokery with their midfielders, but they are very much in the market for a central midfielder. We know that Arsenal, very similar situation as well. And Manchester United, this is absolutely an area of concern. We know that Kobbie Mainoo is getting close to a new contract, but there's big question marks over the future of Casemiro, whether he'll stay at Old Trafford. So they're in the market once again, and this man features on all of their lists. He's got a contract until 2029, and we know that there will be huge resistance, both from the Newcastle fans and from the hierarchy, because they have said, the CEO has come out and said at Newcastle, we want to win the Premier League by 2030. You don't go and challenge for the best honours by selling your best players. But we know, unfortunately for the fans, there'll be a lot of speculation about his future. Now, his agent has also been speaking, Giuseppe Riso, and he's quite vocal, quite public, quite opinionated.
We love that.
And not afraid to say what he thinks. He says that Sandro Tonali should be playing Champions League football, which we know is very unlikely at this stage for Newcastle. So therefore, is he opening the door to say, you know, he might be available, but look at the price tag. Newcastle paid 56 million plus additional add-ons. It's going to be a £100 million player, at least. He's an expensive acquisition.
Who else should be in the conversation? If there's a short list of 5, who else should be on it with Carrick? Doesn't have to be 5.
I mean, the one I'm a big fan of Roberto De Zerbi's football. And also, because you need also somebody with a big personality and also somebody who can make the big decisions. I think he can do that. And I think he's a person that will bring attractive football. And also, from what I hear, he's such an excellent coach that you want to make it easy for the players to play. And what he did at Brighton was he took them to about 5 different levels. Now, I think he's got the potential. I think the other one, the one I would look at would be Luis Enrique. Of course, I'd look at Michael Carrick, but I would look at Luis Enrique.
At the bottom of the screen there, Vino saying Luis Enrique as well. His contract is up not this summer, summer after.
Yeah. And yes, you can get contracts, but you can negotiate those contracts. And that's why I would look at Luis Enrique, because you're faced with somebody who has a track record of winning trophies. He's the Champions League winner. And he's got somebody who plays attractive football. He does that, and also has a big personality. And also, he's not scared to come to Manchester United and tell everybody exactly what to do and how to make them win. And that's why I would consider him. Michael Carrick is showing that right now. I'll throw another name in.
Yeah.
Somebody who has potential and look.
Mohamed Salah is to bring the curtain down on his illustrious career with Liverpool FC at the end of the 2025-26 season. The forward has reached an agreement with the Reds that will see him close a remarkable 9-year chapter at Anfield. Salah expressed his wish to make this announcement to the supporters at the earliest possible opportunity to provide transparency about his future due to his respect and gratitude for them. Signed from AS Roma in the summer of 2017, the number 11 has firmly established himself as one of the greatest players in Liverpool's history, helping the club to 2 Premier League titles, the Champions League, FIFA Club World Cup, UEFA Super Cup, FA Cup, 2 League Cups, as well as an FA Community Shield. His 255 goals in 435 appearances to date has the Egyptian sitting third on the Reds' all-time leading goalscorers chart, winning the Premier League Golden Boot on 4 occasions, in addition to a host of personal accolades. With plenty still left to play for this season, Salah is firmly focused on trying to achieve the best possible finish to the campaign for Liverpool. Excuse me. And therefore, the time to fully celebrate his legacy and achievements will follow later in the year when he bids farewell to Anfield.
Last week, I was giving advice to Mo Salah and his agent, and I'm going to do it again. Because what we saw at the end of the game against Brighton was Mo Salah, a lap of appreciation, if you like, a little bit emotional, you know, with the cop there. He's probably not sure himself whether that's his last time at Anfield. But I would, if he's thinking about moving on, I would urge him to think again. And the reason I would say that is, if Mo Salah is to move on from Liverpool now, the talk is he would go to the Saudi League, which is talked about over there, but probably nowhere else, except when the transfer window's open. Now, Mo Salah's not going to move and leave Liverpool to go to Barcelona or Real Madrid. We just mentioned the Saudi League. Now, Liverpool, in the second half of the season, they could get to an FA Cup final. They could get to a Champions League final. Can you imagine Mo Salah in Saudi playing for whatever team he's playing for, watching Liverpool come out in Budapest in a Champions League final? You come back at the end of January, you've got 3 months. OK, you might not get on with the manager. You'll start some games, you'll be sub some games, you won't come on in certain games. But also, what we see there then, it was nicer than what we saw at Ellen Road. But does Mo Salah deserve more than that as a Liverpool player? He deserves a guard of honour. He deserves a mosaic in the Kop. He deserves to be able to bring his family, his wife and his kids on the pitch in his last game and actually be celebrated for what he's done as a Liverpool player. So put your differences with the manager to the side and just think, 3 or 4 months at Liverpool. OK, the worst thing that's going to happen is I get this big send-off. The best thing that could happen is I'm walking out with my teammates in Budapest in the Champions League final. And if he was sat in Saudi Arabia watching Liverpool do that, I think he'd really regret it.